Hey, what's going on everyone? MonadoMax here, and today I wanted to talk about a game that has recently came out for the Switch that a lot of people have been negatively reviewing, I felt like, in ways that I feel like, honestly, I think sometimes the wrong people review games. I really think the video game journalists got this one wrong. And in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people have misunderstood this game and was probably expecting something that they really shouldn't have expected. And I want to make comparisons to this game to other games. And today we're going to be talking about the brand new Endless Ocean game that came out for the Nintendo Switch. If you guys know me, this is something I have been very excited for since the Nintendo Direct reveal of Endless Ocean. Endless Ocean looked like the coolest game of all time when it was shown off at that Direct. I was on the call, I think I was the only person in the call that was watching the Direct and was like, wow, this looks like a good game. I think a lot of people, like, this isn't a game that's for everyone. And I feel like the reviews of what have come out with this game has really sparked the idea that this is a really bad Switch game, when it really is not. It's just a unique taste for a lot of people. I want to go into this game fully in depth, and I got notes that I want to talk to you guys about what I think makes this game so great. First off, let's talk about the world of Endless Ocean. I think one of the things that people should be looking at when playing this game is the peaceful side of this game. This is one of those games that is going to be perfect for you if you got so much going on and you just need something to really relax the brain, relax the body. This is perfect for you. Literally, the amount of stuff that you can do in Endless Ocean I feel like is incredible, especially learning about the sea creatures into the ocean I think has been really cool, because when you're scanning these creatures, there's like, I think over 600, 700 creatures within Endless Ocean. They have a lot of sea creatures into this game. They give you an audio description, a fully detailed description about what this creature is, what they can do, what it does, what it can't do, that type of stuff. And I think it's really cool to hear that, very peaceful, especially when you're going around into this world scanning these creatures, because this world, it comes across as a small world, but it's a big world, and there's, I mean, it says in the title, endless amount of things to do in the ocean because of the amount of creatures that they've added into this game. You're going to see me compare Endless Oceans a lot to one of my other favorite games on the Nintendo Switch right now, No Man's Sky. In my opinion, Endless Ocean is basically the No Man's Sky version of ocean games, because the two things I feel like are very comparable in certain aspects. No Man's Sky probably has a lot more stuff you can do. The world is way bigger, you got multiple different worlds to do, and it's probably a way bigger game than what Endless Ocean is. But I feel like the concepts of the two games deliver what they're trying to do. I would put them kind of in the same genre in terms of peacefulness. Because I play No Man's Sky when I need to have just peace over my mind. Endless Ocean is going to be one of those games that I'll be playing when I need peace over my mind. And I feel like the No Man's Sky comparison is very important to make, because the game No Man's Sky was reviewed fairly poorly when it first came out. However, I will say is a little bit different now compared to what No Man's Sky is today. No Man's Sky, when it came out, there was just a lot of failed promises with that game. Now it has, from my understanding, delivered all of the promises that it said it was going to be, and it's a very good game. However, I feel like it's still the same concept of it was trying to be a peaceful game, that type of stuff. This Endless Ocean game really delivers on that, and I feel like in some ways the reviews that No Man's Sky is getting kind of similar to Endless Ocean, but Endless Ocean has way more content right now. I mean, it has a lot of content for how much you're paying for the game. One of the things that they push heavily with this game, which is honestly going to be hard to find a group of people, but if you can find a group of people that can do this, I'm telling you, you are going to have an experience like no other. Because when me and Coleman did this, we had a blast, and I can't imagine, I feel like it is going to be an absolute blast if you could get a full squad of people to play online of Endless Ocean. The big thing that they're promoting, I don't know why they decided to do this number in particular. It's kind of an out there number. Either way, I'm happy that they did it. You can play up to 30 players at once online in the world of Endless Ocean. And you could cover a lot of ground with 30 people. Like, I'm just imagine you're like in a call of 30 people, same people that are playing Endless Ocean, especially if you're fully leveled up, swimming with the sharks, because you can have these sea creatures swim with you, ride along with you. I just feel like there's a lot of fun to be had with this game if you could get a lot of people. It's unfortunate that it's kind of hard to find people that are going to play this, because I think the reviews have unfortunately killed this game for a lot of people. A lot of people that was going to pick it up is not going to pick it up. And I feel like the people that have reviewed this game might have not been the perfect person to review Endless Ocean. I think this is kind of one of those games that shows the pros and cons of video game journalism. You guys got it wrong this time. I really feel like the people that reviewed this game have gotten Endless Ocean big time wrong. But one thing I will say about Endless Ocean, I'm going to make another comparison to a different game out there. I'm going to use a Monster Hunter game as an example. The Monster Hunter worlds, you know how they're not particularly Monster Hunter worlds, I'm just talking about the world of Monster Hunter, is always typically the same map. Sometimes you can get a few different areas, but they all have like the same type of area, if that makes sense. Endless Ocean has, from what I've played, one area, and it's the same map every time, same area, same type of coverage, you know, exploring the area. It's very similar to Monster Hunter in terms of how Monster Hunter does its maps for that game. I just wish Endless Ocean was a little bit bigger in terms of the world. It's still a giant world, and what will look to be a small area is pretty big when you're trying to cover the whole game, because with how slow these characters walk into the ocean and all that type of stuff, it's going to take you a long time to fully explore this world. I just wish, the side of me is just wishing that there was just an even bigger world out there. And maybe they'll do more with this game with free updates, because, you know, Nintendo likes to have updates for their games that have actually already been there since the game was finished, but they always like to, ooh, free updates, free DLC. They might be doing something like that with Endless Ocean. We'll see. Now, one thing that I think is interesting about this game, I think a lot of people are not going to like this, and I think this is understandable not to like this part of the game, because it is kind of weird. It does have a story mode. However, the levels really have no gameplay to them. It's like, hey, walk here, and then you progress to the story of Endless Ocean. However, I will say the Endless Ocean storyline that they got going on is very interesting. It just sucks the levels. The levels that they have, they're not even levels. I don't consider these levels. It's just dialogue. You get here to get more dialogue. I don't know, a visual novel? I mean, that wouldn't be a visual novel, but it at times feels like it's a visual novel with the storyline. The levels are extremely short, but the storyline is interesting with what they got going there. One thing that I think is very annoying what they do with the story, and I don't understand why they do it this way. I guess they want you to not go through the story so fast, because I can expect that this is something you could beat in like an hour if they didn't have this mode into it. You have to scan, like right now I'm stuck into the game because I have to scan like 500 different creatures or whatever. And they do that when you're getting to the next chapter. They lock you from immediately going into the next chapter after beating all of the levels in the first chapter. It's kind of annoying, and I wish they didn't have that feature, but I'm guessing the reason why they have it where you need to scan all of this to get through the next set of chapters is because the story is so short that they want you to feel like you're really playing a long story. If I was to combine what this game is, I feel like it's got elements of Monster Hunter into it. It's got elements of No Man's Sky into it. It's like if those two combined themselves into making an ocean game, this is what you got. And the incredible experience that I had playing this game online was truly something awesome. I mean, I played it with Coleman. Maybe I was overreacting. I mean, he could give you what his thoughts are on the online, but I thought the online was so cool. I remember anytime we were seeing this like giant creature or whatever was going on in the game, I was like, oh my god, that is the coolest thing. There's a turtle. Oh my god. I was like that for like a solid hour when me and Coleman were playing that into the online version of Endless Ocean, and it was incredible being able to play that online experience. I just hate it because now I feel like there's a decent amount of people that would have bought this game and enjoyed it, but is not going to do it due to these reviews. And these reviews have probably just killed this series, because I think this series had potential to be something really big for Nintendo if it wasn't for what these reviews of the game. Because obviously now a lot of people are just not interested in buying this game. I don't know, I really feel like the video game journalists got this one wrong, because I am having a blast with this, and I feel like, I mean, I guess it fits for me because I talk so much about how I love No Man's Sky. It's definitely one of those games that is not for everyone. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, this is for everyone. You know how it says E for everyone? It's for everyone. It's not. It is not E for everyone. This is for a very select audience. I do think it's something you should give a try, though, if you have the opportunity or money to buy this game. It is a $50 game. It's not the full $60. And I mean, it's published by Nintendo, so it's more than likely not going to get a price drop for a very long time. Although if it's not selling well, good chance that this could drop in value. However, physical copies of this game seem to be pretty hard to find, because I think Coleman was saying he had to go to like 3 or 4 different GameStops to find this. My GameStop only got one of these in, but I had it pre-ordered. My Discord server was struggling to find the physical copy of this, so I mean, this is probably going to be a rare Switch game too, due to the fact that no one's buying it anymore after those reviews. I want to know what you guys are thinking, the ones that have actually played this game. Do you think the video game journalists got this wrong? I really feel strongly that everyone got this game wrong. If I was to give this game a review, like in terms of like a scale to 1 to 10, I feel like a 7.5 is what I would give Endless Ocean. That's where I'm at with this game. I think there are still some things that it could use. I think it could use an actual better levels for its story, not the dialogue of, hey, go here, and then boom, completed level. And I think it'd be cool if it had different areas, at least a bigger world. There's a few things that this game could have. Really all it needs is a little bit more content into it. I feel like there's no issue with the game other than it just needs some more content, needs to play around with the story levels a little bit more. I don't, it's kind of weird how those levels were, but other than that, the other single player stuff you can do in this game, the online stuff in this game, those two features are well worth the $50 for me. And I think if this is your type of game, you're going to have an absolute blast with Endless Ocean. Now let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Make sure to backslash that subscribe button. Become a Monado Marine member for $5 a month. Helps out the channel a lot, so if you guys can do it, I could greatly appreciate it. If not, it's all good. Join the Discord server. Check out our Twitter, Instagram, and all that good stuff that is in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. You know, this was like unintentional, but I am wearing this blue shirt for a ocean video. You know, because water is blue, or I guess clear. You know what, I'm gonna shut up before I sound like an idiot.